Lock it up. Ready. Action.
I graduated from art school in 2005, and I wanted to move to Los Angeles to become a television writer. So me and 3 friends packed a U-Haul and moved from Oklahoma to Los Angeles. They found jobs immediately. I did not. I lurched into a depression. One of my friends, Cody, called and said, hey, I'm going to a comic book convention in San Francisco this weekend. I know you're depressed, I know you hate your life, but let's go hang out and do comic stuff and go to panels and do signings. And we went to the show, had a great time, went out that night. So we have many drinks and are suffering from the effects of having many drinks. And we go back to the hotel, get to the bottom floor, and the doors open, and out comes comic book writer Geoff Johns. If you don't know who Geoff Johns is, he's one of the most prolific comic creators in the industry today. So my friend Cody screams, "Oh my God, it's Geoff Johns!" And Geoff, kind of waves, and Cody's like, "Let's go talk to him." And so we drunk walk over and start up a conversation with Geoff and Steve, and they're very nice and say, look guys, we're about to go out, take care, see you at the show later, and they leave. And I'm horribly embarrassed. And so we go to Mel's diner, and I open the door to Mel's diner, and there is Geoff, and there is Steve Wacker again. And Cody does it again. "Oh, Geoff! It's Geoff Johns! Hey, does everybody know who this is? It's Geoff Johns!" And the host comes back and seats us, and they seat us at a table that is probably this far apart from Geoff's table. So we all get our menus, and we all kind of look at each other, and it's very, very awkward. I do one of these things and say to Cody, "If you talk to them, I will kill you at this table. Like, eat your food and we're getting the fuck out of here." We all eat in dead silence. No, they're not talking, we're not talking. When the check comes, I say to the waitress, "Hey, could I get their ticket as well?" Very quietly. She gives me their ticket. I go up to the front and pay it. I come back to collect Cody, and I say, "Hey, it was very nice meeting you guys. Sorry about my drunk friend, very awkward. I went ahead and paid for you guys' food, so whenever you want to leave, just split." And Geoff looks at me and says, "Do you want a job?" And I said, "What?" And he goes, "You don't have a job. You just moved to LA. You told me the whole bit." And so he gives me a business card and says, "Email me your resume." So I write a nice cover letter and I send it in. I hear nothing that day, nothing over the weekend, nothing on Monday. So I'm like, well, that bird has flown, whatever. So I resume my Fruit Loops and Gilmore Girls diet, and I'm sitting on the couch and my phone buzzes, and I answer, and this very mysterious voice says, "This is Joe from Blade. Is this Sterling?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he goes, "We would like to speak to you today. Geoff Johns gave us your resume. Can you be in Glendale in the next 25 minutes? And I said, "Sure, absolutely." I haven't showered in days. I've got a week's worth of beard going on. So I hop in the shower and I'm scrubbing and I'm shaving in the shower and I'm getting all the crevices, and I slice my neck open. Pouring blood. Like, I look down and it's the drain from Psycho with blood swirling around. So I get out of the shower. I can't put on a white undershirt because I'm bleeding so much. I keep picking up white shirts and leaving red fingerprints. It's like a crime scene. So I grab a roll of paper towels and throw 2 shirts over my shoulder and press the roll of paper towels down and drive to my first Hollywood job interview. I get there, the elevator doors open, and it opens into this conference room. And there's a table of 10 people. And I sit down, and it's an interview with Blade the Series, which was a show that Geoff was a producer on. And they needed a writer's room production assistant. So that was my first Hollywood interview. And in 2 hours' time, I got a phone call, and they hired me onto that job. And I worked on that show for 6 months, and we were canceled, unfortunately. And Geoff called me on a Sunday and said, "Hey, I'm starting a movie. I'm gonna need a personal assistant. Would you be interested in doing that?" So I said yes. I took the job, and I worked as his assistant for a number of years. And from that point on, he sort of shepherded my training as a comic writer. Really took me under his wing and taught me about structure and craft. Now, once I'd pitched him so many semester course stories, he found one that he really liked. He sent it to his editor, who I had met before, was a man named Eddie Braganza, and said, "I think we should really do the story." Eddie agreed, and that's how I sold my first professional level comic story.